It is 0 hour 30 Universal Time. I'm Jim Tedder in Washington. Iraqi lawmakers have reported reaching a compromise on two issues that have divided Parliament. Officials say they will form a committee on Monday to consider Sunni demands to examine the Constitution. On Tuesday, lawmakers will consider a proposed law to establish an independent area in the Shiite majority South. If the law is approved, it will not take effect for 18 months. Also in Iraq, violence killed at least 21 people. American intelligence agencies reportedly have found that the war in Iraq has increased the threat of terrorism around the world. American newspapers reported the findings of a security study called the National Intelligence Estimate. It says the invasion and continued United States presence in Iraq created extremist Islamic groups that are united by little more than anti-Western feeling. It also says the Internet has helped spread their ideas of holy war. In Washington, the Bush administration says it does not comment on secret documents. It also says the news reports do not represent the whole security study. Opposition Democrats say the study proves the failure of American policy in Iraq and shows the need for a new plan in the war against terror. Officials in France say they believe Osama bin Laden is alive. Foreign Minister Philippe Douste-Blazy told French television that he has no evidence that bin Laden is dead. He was reacting to French news reports about a secret intelligence report. That report said that Saudi officials believe bin Laden died of the disease typhoid within the past month. Earlier, the Saudi embassy in Washington said it has no evidence to support claims that bin Laden is dead. An embassy statement said the recently published information cannot be independently confirmed. The Bush administration also said it could not confirm the report. Former President Bill Clinton has angrily defended his actions in trying to find al-Qaeda terrorist leader Osama bin Laden. Mr. Clinton told a reporter that his administration tried to kill bin Laden. The former president also said he came closer than anyone has in trying to kill the terrorist leader. But Mr. Clinton said others did nothing to try to find bin Laden until after the attacks of September 11, 2001. Mr. Clinton said he regrets having failed to get bin Laden, but said he left a complete anti-terror plan with officials when he left office. You are listening to the news in VOA Special English. Afghan President Hamid Karzai says he believes Pakistan can do more in its efforts to fight terrorism and bring peace to the area. Mr. Karzai spoke on American television. He said he is seeking cooperation from Pakistani President Pervez Musharraf to end what he described as safe hiding places for terrorists in Pakistan. On another program, the Afghan president said the war on terror needs to go where the terrorists are being trained and equipped, but he did not name Pakistan. President Bush is to meet this week in Washington with both Mr. Karzai and President Musharraf. Palestinians say they want Israel to release 2 Palestinian prisoners as part of an exchange agreement. Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas spoke on Egyptian television. He said the Palestinians will demand the release of Fatah leader Marwan Barghouti, as well as Ahmed Sadat. Mr. Abbas said Egypt is still negotiating an exchange that will free kidnapped Israeli soldier Corporal Gilad Shalit. Egypt says it will build a nuclear power center to meet its increasing energy needs. Energy Minister Hassan Yunus told an Egyptian newspaper the country plans to build the power center on the Mediterranean coast. He said the project will cost more than $1,000 million, and the government will seek foreign investment. 3 days earlier, President Hosni Mubarak said Egypt should create a nuclear program for peaceful uses. Egypt stopped plans for nuclear energy in 1986 after the accident at the Soviet nuclear power center in Chernobyl. Islamist fighters in Somalia have taken control of an important southern port as part of its efforts to stop the planned arrival of an African peacekeeping force. Reports from Kismayo say Muslim gunmen entered the port without firing their weapons after fighters loyal to the government fled the area. Officials say many people in Kismayo left the area last week, fearing possible violence. The Islamists control the Somali capital, Mogadishu, and much of the south. A United Nations-supported temporary government continues to hold on to power. The new military rulers in Thailand have announced a new group that will seize the property of political leaders guilty of illegal activities. Military officials announced on Thai television that there is evidence that members of ousted Prime Minister Thaksin Shinawatre's government used power for personal gain. They said the new 9-member group will investigate the charges, and military officials will seize the stolen property. The military rulers have also banned political gatherings and suspended broadcasting by more than 300 local stations in northern Thailand. They said one reason for the overthrow was illegal activities by government officials. And they have said a temporary government will be put in place to hold new elections. Hungarian Prime Minister Ferenc Gyurcsány again has refused to resign, saying he will continue to defend his policies. In Budapest, thousands of people gathered in Parliament Square to continue more than a week of protests. Mr. Gyurcsány has admitted lying about the nation's economy to stay in power. Briefly, here again is the major news. Iraqi lawmakers say they have reached a compromise on 2 issues that have divided Parliament. American intelligence agencies reportedly have found that the war in Iraq has increased the threat of terrorism. And officials in France say they believe Osama bin Laden is alive. And that's the news in VOA Special English. This is Jim Tedder reporting.